The power of no, boundaries are healthy. In the complex tapestry of human relationships, the ability to say no is a formidable force, serving as both a protective boundary and a revealing litmus test of character. Happy individuals navigate the delicate balance of asserting their limits gracefully, while those struggling with unhappiness often find it challenging to accept and respect these boundaries. So it's a really good litmus test of happiness. The strength in setting boundaries. Saying no is not merely a rejection, it's a declaration of personal boundaries. Happy people recognize the importance of self care and understand that setting limits is an essential component of maintaining their well being. By confidently saying no when necessary, they establish a framework that safeguards their time, energy, and emotional health. The ability to set boundaries empowers individuals to prioritize goals, values, and commitments. Whether in personal or professional relationships, saying no becomes a tool for maintaining balance and avoiding burnout. It's a conscious choice to allocate resources wisely, reinforcing the foundation of a fulfilling and purpose driven life. Didn't Jesus tell us, let our no be no and our yes be yes? Didn't he tell us to count the cost before committing to something? So it's okay to take our time. It's okay to look at what will this cost me? And am I going to say yes? Am I going to say no? Ultimately, we're answering to him every day and ask him, how should I proceed? And if people cannot accept the no, or I need some time with this, then it speaks more than just their unhappiness meter. It's how they say no. If they ask questions and they want to understand, great. If they want to have dialogue, fantastic. If they get upset, though, that's a flag. The reaction to hearing no can serve as a profound test of character. Unhappy individuals often struggle with accepting rejection or the establishment of boundaries, viewing it as a personal affront rather than a healthy expression of autonomy. Their discomfort with no may stem from insecurity, a fear of abandonment, or an inability to respect the autonomy of others. Happy individuals, on the other hand, exhibit resilience and maturity when faced with rejection. They understand that not every request can be met and that boundaries are a natural part of a healthy relationship. Rather than taking it personally, they appreciate the honesty and authenticity behind a well-deserved no. The ability to handle rejection and respect boundaries is not fixed. It evolves with self-awareness and personal development. Unhappy individuals can transform the relationship with the word no by embracing it as an opportunity for growth. So if someone said no to you and you reacted, what is that about? That's what we're talking about right now. Learning to navigate disappointment, understanding the importance of boundaries, and developing empathy towards others' needs contribute to a more resilient and emotionally intelligent character. In the realm of interpersonal dynamics, the ability to say no extends its influence even into the sacred spaces of our lives. Let's explore the concept through a personal example set within the context of a church where the delicate interplay of personal boundaries and character can be poignant. The sanctuary of boundaries. Mary, a cheerful and devoted churchgoer, found herself immersed in various church activities. As her commitment and enthusiasm grew, so did the demands on her time. Juggling responsibilities from event planning to volunteer work, Mary felt the weight of her obligations infringing upon her personal life. Recognizing the need to establish boundaries, she faced the challenge of saying no to additional commitments. Saying no for self-care. One Sunday, when approached to spearhead yet another project, Mary took a deep breath and politely declined. She realized that maintaining her spiritual and emotional well-being required acknowledging her limits. Her ability to articulate a thoughtful no became a catalyst for personal growth within the church community. Unbeknown to Mary, her decision to set boundaries resonated through the church pews. Some members embraced her choice, recognizing the importance of self-care and personal limits. They admired her ability to prioritize her well-being while contributing meaningfully to the church. Conversely, a few individuals struggled with Mary's refusal. Accustomed to an ever-willing spirit, they interpreted her no as a deviation from the norm, raising questions about commitment and dedication. In this microcosm, the reaction to Mary's boundary setting served as a test of character, revealing the diverse perspectives and attitudes within the congregation. Over time, Mary's stance on boundaries prompted conversations within the church community about the importance of self-care and mutual respect. The initial discomfort with hearing no transformed into an opportunity for collective growth. Congregants began to appreciate that boundaries strengthen not only individuals, but also the fabric of their communal bonds. While the Bible doesn't explicitly use the language of boundaries as we understand it today, there are instances where Jesus demonstrated a clear sense of personal limits and priorities. One notable example is in Mark. So share this story and teach from it, because the comments of people that are a wide array use that and teach on you can set boundaries. And there may be a fear, well, if I talk about this, then nobody will volunteer. There's definitely a happiness habit called volunteerism. We feel good when we show kindness and when we give, and when there's meaningful, purposeful participation. So I really don't think that's going to happen. It's just when someone is so helpful and they need to step away and they don't need to tell us why. And sometimes people are looked at, oh, you're single, you have time. Not necessarily. We can't project our own opinions onto someone else's life. We don't know what they're going through. We don't understand. We don't know what they need. And the best teaching is get in God's word, get in his presence, and what does he want you to do? And that's what we want. And if he doesn't want you doing more than that, stick to it. Stick to what the Lord is telling you to do and be faithful to it. That's what we need to be taught. And just because there's a need, it doesn't mean that we have to fill it. That's healthy. Mark 1:35 through 39. Before daybreak the next morning, Jesus got up and went out to an isolated place to pray. Later, Simon and the others went out to find him. When they found him, they said, "Everybody's looking for you." But Jesus replied, "We must go on to other towns as well, and I will preach to them too. That's why I came." In this passage, we see Jesus setting a clear boundary by taking time for solitude and prayer. Despite the demands and expectations of those around him, Jesus prioritizing his connection with God and redirects his disciples to other places for preaching. This highlights the importance of self-care, setting personal limits, and staying true to one's mission, even in the face of external pressures. These actions demonstrate Jesus' understanding of the need to preserve his own well-being and adhere to his purpose. He had no problem setting a boundary. The example within the church illustrates how the power of no extends into various aspects of our lives, even within church. Mary's journey to establish boundaries reflects the delicate dance between personal well-being and community dynamics. In the spiritual context, the ability to say no becomes a testament to character and a catalyst for growth, emphasizing that the path to happiness is often paved with the courage to define and uphold one's boundaries. Okay, so what have you heard no? and you're treating someone differently? Or have you said no and you're being treated differently? All that means is we need teaching in this area. So talk about boundaries and setting healthy boundaries. And God has it. He'll bring the people needed for every task. And we're just going to trust him and have faith and not pressure people. So, Father, in Jesus' name, we thank you for the wisdom and guidance of your word. And we thank you for Jesus as our example, that he was led by you and not by the needs of the people or wants of the people. Of course, they wanted to hear more from him. And he followed you. Help us, teach us, guide us. May we know the way to go, and may we teach others to do the same, to follow you. We thank and we praise you that your yoke is easy and your burden is light. And um, teach us how to converse with people when we don't like the boundaries that they're setting, and how to treat them fairly and the same as if they had said yes, because that's how you treat us. You love us. Help us to only say yes to you, because you're good and your mercy endures forever, and you gave everything for us. And to whom much is given, much is required. So to you, we say yes to everything, and give us discernment. And may we follow you, and may your will be done in Jesus' name.